Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Pay homage to the Blessed One. Dear friend, today at the Brahmavihara Meditation Center, so I would like to deliver Dhamma talk from the connected discourse of the Buddha, the newly ordained bhikkhu. When someone get ordinations and how to observe the 227 rules and how to practice meditations. So first of all, they learn about the 227 rules, So during the Buddha's time, many people, they went to the Buddha and they listened Dhamma talk from him with a confidence, respectfully. Then after listening talk from the Buddha, they requested to the Buddha, Venerable Sir, we would like to get the ordination, then Saccananda, novice and high ordination. Could you allow us to get the novice and high ordination? Then Buddha allowed them. So after getting novice and high ordinations, we call him Pali Samanera, novice ordination, and high ordination we call Upasampada, becoming bhikkhu. So after becoming monk, and they decided to practice meditation. Most of the monks during the Buddha's time, they learned how to practice meditation from the Buddha. And then they went to the forest, they went to the one secluded place and started practicing meditation there. And eventually they became enlightened, they became Arahant, Streamentra, once returner, non-returner, and Arahant. We call Sutapanna, Streamentra, Sakadagami, once returner, Anagami, non-returner, and Arahant. So we have the path of Streamentra, the fruition of Streamentra, the path of one's returner, the fruition of one returner, the path of non-returner, the fruition of non-returner, the path of Arahant, and then the fruition of Arahant. There are 8 stages. So when you attain the path of Streamentra, then you have to continue practice. Then when second time is stop, everything is stop, then you will get the second attainment, the fruition of Streamentra. So during the Buddha's time, they just listened to talk from the Buddha, because the Buddha could read their mind very easily. When someone came to him, before coming, he knew his mind is ready or not to listen Dhamma talk. He said, okay, well, he's ready now, so I have to give this Dhamma talk to him. Then he gave Dhamma talk. So at the end of his Dhamma talk, they became Streamentra. Very fortunate. But nowadays, in this modern world, you must practice meditation and then you will get it. So Buddha said, my teaching is immediately effective. If you practice now, you will get result right now. So that's why my teaching is immediately effective, he said. If you don't practice, you will not get it. So in this sutta, you will see the newly ordained bhikkhu. Bhikkhu means monk, right? Sometimes I will ask the questions you have to answer, right? Bhikkhu means monk, and bhikkhuni is nun. So here in this book, my teacher, Bhikkhu Bodhi, he translated this book. He used the Pali word here, bhikkhu. Bhikkhu means monk. But Bhante Vimalaramsi, he always used monk. He never said bhikkhu, So let me read the sutta first and then I'll give some comment. Alright? The sutta is the newly ordained monk, newly ordained bhikkhu. At Savatthi, now on that occasion, a certain newly ordained bhikkhu, after returning from the alms round, would enter his dwelling after the meal and pass the time, living at ease and keeping the silence. So do you understand the alms round? So when you get the ordinations, when you get the novice ordination or higher ordination, you must go for collecting the food. The people, ready to do dana. So when you become the novice ordination, then when you become novice or monk, if you stay, especially in Thailand, in Burma, so you must go early morning for alms round, for collecting the food. I was staying in Burma 3 years, 10 months. And in Thailand about 4 years. So when I was in Thailand, I woke up at 4 a.m. and at 5 a.m. I went for alms round. So that time almost dark, The people are ready on the street. They are ready to offer. So I went there and many other monks also went for alms round. And people, they invite you, Venerable Sir, I would like to invite you, please come to me to accept my donation. And when they say that, there's in Thai language actually, Nimon Ka, to those who are men, those who are, when they always can Nimon Ka, that means Venerable Sir, I invite you, please come to accept my donation. And those who are women, they say Nimon Ka, please come to accept my donation. So then people go there, monks go there and accept donation, and after that they bless. So during the Buddha's time, all monks, they went for alms round, from house to house, so people donated to them. And after accepting their food, after taking breakfast and lunch, they went to the forest, a secret place, quiet place, and practiced meditation whole day. So that monk, he get ordinations only for practicing meditation, not to do other things. You see, we stay here, we give the services to the people, right? And also give services to the monks, to the senior monks, whatever. If senior monk need any water and other things, we give service to them. Right? We help them. And when the people need any service, so service means so when they invite us for doing chanting, right? This is also religious service. So we do a lot of services. We go to the people's house and then we do that, right? So, but this monk, he got ordination only for practicing meditation. He doesn't want to give service to anyone. He decided, he determined himself, I am not going to give any service to others. His intention was only for practicing meditation. So here is saying, you see, he didn't render service to the bhikkhus at the time of making robes. is not helping to any monks. Then a number of bhikkhus approached the Blessed One, paid homage to him, sat down to one side, and reported this matter to him. Then the Blessed One addressed a certain bhikkhu thus, "Come, bhikkhu, tell that bhikkhu in my name that the teacher calls him." That means when someone went to the Blessed One, to the Buddha, and they reported to him about that monk, and Buddha called another monk, "Okay, oh monks, please go to him, the newly ordained monk, tell him that I call him." Okay, so that monk went there, and he said, "Yes, Venerable Sir," that bhikkhu replied, and he went to that bhikkhu and told him, "The teacher calls you friend." You see, very politely. "Yes, friend," that bhikkhu replied, and he approached the Blessed One and paid homage to him, sat down to one side. The Blessed One then said to him, "Is it true, bhikkhu, that after returning from the alms round, you entered your dwelling after the meal and passed the time living at each and keeping silent?" That means he is practicing meditation, right? "And you do not render service to the bhikkhus at the time of making robes." That means, when you come back from alms round, you have to clean the temple, and then you have to help the senior monk if they need any help. But he's not going to help them. The Buddha said, "Is it true that you are doing that?" He was very honest. He just got ordinations, he doesn't want to break the precept, right? He said, "I am doing my own duty, Venerable Sir," he said to the Buddha. "I am doing my own duty, Venerable Sir." That means he is practicing meditation. He doesn't want to give service to others, but he will practice meditation himself. He understood that if I don't practice meditation, then I will not be able to liberate myself. So attainment is not like you want from me and I give you. It's not like that. You have to listen, talk, and then you have to practice meditation yourself. Then you will get it, right? So if you don't practice, you will not get it. So he understood, if I don't practice meditation, I will never get it. That's why he said, "I am doing my own duty, Venerable Sir." Then the Blessed One, having known with his own mind the reflections in that bhikkhu's mind, addressed the bhikkhus thus. You see, the Buddha used his psychic power, and he read his mind. He just said only one word, "I am doing my own duty, Venerable Sir." And then Buddha reflected to his mind, and he knew what he is doing. He said, "Wow, that man is really, really practicing meditations. His purpose is to practice meditation only. Why did he become monk? Only for practicing meditation." Then he said, "Bhikkhus, do not find fault with this bhikkhu. Please don't blame him. What he is doing right thing. Don't blame him. Bhikkhus, do not find fault with this bhikkhu, this monk. This bhikkhu is one who gains at will, without trouble or difficulty. The four jhanas that constitute the higher mind and provide a pleasant dwelling in this very life. You see the fourth jhana. That means that monks already attained the fourth jhana. So what is the meaning of the jhana? This is my question. Answer please.
Jhanas are stages of meditation.
Stage of meditation, yes. And how many jhanas are there?
4.
4. And how will you understand that you attain the first jhana? Now, don't be shy. If you cannot answer, I'm going to answer. Okay? Don't be shy. I just want you to be clear. Okay? So how will you understand that when you radiate loving kindness to yourself 10 minutes, and then you radiate loving kindness to your spiritual friend 20 minutes, you have potential to attain the first jhana. And how will you understand that you attain the first jhana?
Do you want me to describe how I feel it?
I mean, there are 4 kinds of characteristics.
Okay.
Right? The five factors. The 5 characteristics will arise in your mind. And what are they? So you have to understand that. And how will you understand that I attain now first jhana? This is my question. How will you understand?
It's the feeling, it's hard to describe. I feel like, whoop.
No, it's not like that.
Yeah?
It's not like that. Okay, let me explain. So that means the 5 characteristics, you must know it. So you know the meaning of the jhana, right? The stage of meditation. It's fine. And there are 4 kinds of jhana. You understand that? There are 4 kinds of jhana. First jhana, second jhana, third jhana, and fourth jhana, according to Sutta. Am I right? According to Sutta, not according to me. According to Sutta. So, the first jhana, how will I understand the first jhana? So, first of all, I have to understand what are the 5 hindrances. So, I know the 5 hindrances, right? Sensual desire, aversion, sleepiness or dullness, and then restlessness, anxiety, and doubt. How many altogether?
5.
5. So these 5 you must memorize. You must keep in your mind. And then you also must know that the 5 characteristics of jhana, first jhana. So what are they? Number 1, thinking thought. Number 2, examining thought. And number 3, joy. Number 4, happiness. And the last one, unification of mind. Okay? So I know whatever you were saying is seen from the sutta, right? I is the different word. Thinking thought, examining thought, joy, happiness, and unification of mind. How many altogether? 5. So these 5 characteristics to arise very quickly. Thinking thought, thinking and examining thought, joy, happiness, and unification of mind. When it arises very quickly. Okay? 5 hindrances will not arise in your mind. Then you will understand that you attain the first jhana. Yes, go ahead.
So I understand like when I go into it, but when I'm in the first jhana or when I'm in the second jhana, how can I tell, okay, right now I'm currently in the first, I'm currently in the second?
Wait, I'm going to explain. Step by step. Yeah, so now you understand the first jhana, right? Okay, first jhana is 5 hindrances will not arise. Thinking and examining thought, joy, happiness, and unification of mind arise. Then you understand your first jhana. You attain the first jhana. Does it make sense? Clear, right? So when any hindrances arise or sensual desire arise, what will you do? Just have to use the harmonious practice. Recognize it, release it, Relax tension and tightness in your head and the whole body and mind. And then smile, bring up the wholesome thought, or rise the wholesome thought. Okay? When you smile, the wholesome thought will rise in your mind. And then keep the wholesome thought as long as you can. The Buddha always said, bring up the wholesome thought. Bring up the wholesome thought, he said. That means when you smile, the wholesome thought will rise in your mind. Okay? So when you use that, then you again continue practice meditation, loving kindness, radiated loving kindness to yourself and to your spiritual friend. You'll see again in the first jhana, very quickly. So thinking and examining thought, joy, happiness and unification of mind. When you this 5 characteristics arise in your mind step by step, step by step, step by step. You see very quickly. No hindrances at all. Then you attain the first jhana. Clear, right? So you again continuously practicing. Then you'll see thinking and examining thought stop rising. Not rising anymore. Joy, happiness and unification of mind arise. So two characteristics not rising, but 3 are rising: joy, happiness and unification of mind. Then you will attain the second jhana. So your question is, I think you got the answer, right? Thinking and examining thought stop rising. In your mind, you have the self-confidence. This meditation is really work. This is really helpful. I understand myself. So you'll have the self-confidence in your mind. Thinking thought and examining thought, your mind go here and there all the time. So thinking thought wholesome. We call in Pali savitaka, savichara. Sa means wholesome. Okay, when the wholesome thought arises, you know it. And then this is the wholesome or not. Wholesome or not. This is called thinking thought. Okay? So, thinking and examining thought, examining thought, when stop rising, only joy, happiness and unification of mind arise, then you'll understand you attain the second jhana. Clear? And next, you continuously practicing again. If you radiate to yourself or to your spiritual friend, please continue radiating loving kindness to your spiritual friend. Then you'll see joy is not rising anymore. Only happiness and unification of mind arise. That moment, also 5 hindrances not rising. Then you will understand that you attain third jhana. Does it make sense? Clear, right? So what is the difference between joy and happiness? Most of the students ask me that because they think that this is the similar, almost the same. Joy means you feel so excited, delighted, and happiness means you feel so comfortable, light. Like you feel that you don't have any body. Such kinds of feeling may arise in your mind. Some meditators, I feel that, okay, I'm sitting here, I don't have any body right now. I am like on the ocean. Such kinds of feeling arise in their mind. So this is comfort, this is happiness. Okay? So joy is stop rising.